What's up, YouTube friends, family, associates, subscribers, and members? How are you, darlings? How are you, honey bunches? Y'all, welcome to What DG Employees Feel and Say About Us, Couponers and Penny Shoppers, Season 3, Episode 1. Yay! I should have inserted a hand clap. That's just too much editing. Well, it's quite simple, but never mind. I hear y'all clapping anyway. So, we're going to start this off. We ain't going to do too much talking. Y'all know I'll comment on some of the things here and there, but I don't want to drag it out. So, we're going to start off with this post here. I always start off where I left off, okay? It says, DG, the Valentine dinosaur that loves Christmas at store number 08215. Not sure what that store is, but let's see what Mr. Dinosaur does.
It's Christmas time, the best time of the year. All the elves are making toys filled with Christmas cheer. They know Santa's waiting, and all the children too.
And the comments are as follows. 3 crying, laughing face emojis. Another crying, laughing face emoji turned sideways. This comment says, ours are all normal. Dang it! Exclamation. 2 crying, laughing face emojis. 3 sideways crying, laughing face emojis. Only at DG. Run all the holidays together. LOL. 5 crying, laughing face emojis. They had one job, in all caps, crying, laughing face. 4 crying, laughing face, with a mixture of straight, crying, laughing face, sideways, crying, laughing face emojis. Bet I checked those in the AM! Exclamation. I didn't even squeeze them! Exclamation. Where's my damn keys? I'm heading to work. 2 sideways crying, laughing face emojis, followed by 4 straight and sideways crying, laughing face emojis. Someone else says, do we have this one? They tag someone's name asking them. I will check, the person answered. I will check tomorrow. Did you find that Valentine's plush that sings Christmas songs? No. That's what happens when we're pushing up Valentine stuff before Christmas is even done. Even the toys are confused. Ha ha ha. This is great. I see a recall coming. TF is this. Y'all know what that stands for. The is this. Do we have these? I need this one for my 14-month-old. I need this, another says. With the meme with the lady laughing her behind off. I will have to check when I go to work today. Do you have this? They're tagging different employees from DG asking them, do they have this at their store? Crying, laughing, face emoji. We need to check if we have these. LOL. You can see the blue right there where they tag someone's name. So that's why you see a lot of repetitive questions. This post says, remember, you can always be replaced at your school or workplace, but you can't be replaced in people's lives. So please take some extra time to yourself when needed and don't sell your soul to a place that can easily replace you within a few days. Someone commented and said, perfectly said. I was hoping I had the rest of that post, but I guess I don't. Someone else put 100, right on target, exclamation, exclamation. Comments are as follows. Amen, amen, or amen, however you want to pronounce it. Perfectly said. Just got fired today because I've been on medical leave and not coming back soon enough. 3.5 years for nothing. What do I always tell y'all about these jobs that people fighting and going above and beyond for? I ain't gonna say it no more. Well, I'm gonna say it again, but not right now. I put in my 2 weeks today. Enough is enough, someone else said. This post said, I turn off your self-checkouts for now or pull Pepsi products. Shutting down self-checkout is easier. Customers are using a Pepsi glitch again to do multiple transactions with the same phone number and get almost free soda. Had a lady do 8 different transactions with these 1.25 liter bottles, getting 2 for free on each transaction. And right here, you see she shows a receipt. She crossed out the store location. Smart gal. And she shows the receipt from the customer. So I'm guessing that she reprinted the receipt from self-checkout once the customer left. And yes, you can do that. Oh, and here's a full picture of the receipt. So it's showing Mountain Dew $1. Yeah, she got them free. And the comments are as follows. Most DG in Kansas don't carry Pepsi anymore. And 2 people at the time of me screenshotting this were surprised at her comment. That's the reaction they gave. DG should fix it. No way I'm turning off my self-checkout. I get too busy to not have it. What is a bottle deposit? Someone else asked. Iowa has a 5-cent deposit on all pop. You can save your bottles and get it back when you take it back to a recycling center. KY Cullen. Oh, gotcha. I guess that's who she tagged. You get the money back for the coupon. Let them do it, someone else said. This person replied, agreed. I'm not wasting my time. Turning the self-checkout off means not getting any totes put away or recovery done because you will never be able to leave your register. You don't if it's a glitched coupon, which it is, someone else said. I don't see the coupon, ? I think it's under rewards. It's a glitch. This happened before. It literally happens every year. Let me repeat that. With everything, not just glitches. Let me repeat what she said. It literally happens every year. ... Sometimes twice a year. ... Obviously, they don't care, and if they don't, why should I? All right. They do fix it though, because the last time this happened, I can't remember how long it took, but a customer tried it and it didn't work. I had to abort the transaction and put all the damn soda back. Oh no. Y'all know I tell y'all I don't play this. I always put things back that I decide not to get. Always. There's only been a couple of times where I didn't put something back and it was because either the cashier was really nasty to me, really rude, and I just decided not to do the transaction. Of course, if I'm already in the transaction, I already have my stuff, of course I'm going to finish, pay, and get it. But if you're nasty to me, I know people say don't do evil for evil, and I've already got all my stuff on the counter. I'm not going to say, okay, let me put it all back in the basket. I'll put it back. Thank you. No, I'm not going to do that. However, 99.9% of the time, if there's something or some things that I decide I'm not going to get, I'm going to put the items back. And I always tell you guys this in a lot of my videos. Please don't make a mess in their store. Please put the items back. They have a lot of putbacks all the time. Just look behind the register. When you're standing there at the register, all that stuff that you see in those little baskets and totes and buggies on the floor, that's stuff that people decided not to get. Or when they're doing recovery, you know, people leave ice cream on the shelves, meat on the shelves, and then you complain about your store so stinking and it's dirty. It's because people like that. If it's not you, don't get offended. But if it's you, get it together. Like, you will get tired of doing this all day, every day, cleaning up after adults who can't do something as simple as walk back and put the item back if you don't have enough money to get it, or you decide you don't want it, or if it was the wrong thing, or if your coupon didn't come off, whatever the case may be. Walk back and put it back. I mean, I wouldn't even tell you this. This is my first time saying it. If you don't want to put it somewhere on the shelf. If you don't want to go all the way back, but I prefer you to put it back where you got it from, like I do. But don't leave it at the register. I prefer you to put it back, because still, when they do recovery, they're going to have to get it from the wrong spot and go put it in the right spot anyway. So please do that, guys. Just like, I told you about this group right here, and since I've been doing these videos, what DG customers think about us, I used to be that one that will take my cart all the way out to my car, unload my bags, and leave the cart there. I'm thinking in my head that I'm helping the next customer, because I know that's how I feel. Once I park, if there's a cart in the parking lot, I'm like, yes, I get it. Because what if I get all the way into the store, which has happened many of times, too many to count, and there's no carts in there? So, by me doing that, I'm thinking I was helping them, but I found out from the employees that's irritating to them. That's one of their number one pet peeves. Or when people will bring the carts 10 feet away from the door and just leave it there instead of bringing it all the way back into the store. Yes, most stores have people that do that. The bigger stores, retailers like Walmart and Sam's and Publix and Winn-Dixie, they have people that's paid to do that. But DG is very cheap. They only have 2 employees in the store at a time, so they don't have time to stock, do recovery, be at the register, do management, clean the stores, go out and get the carts, clean the parking lot. They really don't, guys. So even though it's not our job, let's have some kind of respect and dignity, all of that, and just try to help where we can, especially if we're at fault. All right, let's get it on. This one says, okay, but this has been active since Sunday. Obviously, there's no rush on their part if they fix it. Another comment says, or they are too stupid to know how to fix it. Sideways, crying, laughing face emoji. Well, you would think they would know by now, since this has been happening at least once a year for a few years, with the duh or I don't know emoji. It's the $2 off when you buy a Frito product and Pepsi product, but working on 2 Pepsi 1 liters. It works on regular registers too. Luckily, we are out of 1 liters at our store. This was posted earlier today as well. Yeah, this was more to show it also glitches with the 1.25 liter bottles, because the other post, they said they were pulling all their 20-ounce Pepsi products. How though? Someone else asked. Who cares? Another says, why be this petty when DG doesn't give a ish about their coupons glitching since it happens so often? Someone else replied saying, thank you, with the hands up like, praise the Lord. No one cares. Amen, with a whole bunch of exclamations behind it. Just crazy we allow this stuff to get us so worked up. Bunch of exclamations behind that too. DG has allowed it to happen. Stop stressing about nonsense. Exclamation. Another DG employee said. Dollar General gives you the bounce back money for your sales regardless. If they're paying 10 cents or if they're paying $1, you're going to get all of your money. So get those sales instead of shutting it down and being petty. Just saying, another DG employee said. Until you have none on the shelf for other customers to buy and they leave and go elsewhere, then you're losing sales. Not to mention you don't get anything back for glitched coupons, another said. Yes, you do get the bounce back money for any digital coupon deal. If it's 1 customer or 10 buying the product, you're going to make the same anyway. It's called customer service. Just take care of the customers. Losing a 5-cent sale instead of a $20 sale makes more sense to me personally. Those people taking advantage of these glitches aren't your regular customers. I beg to differ, We're regular customers, and some of us take advantage of glitches, and we go in there for our regular items and spend regular money without coupons and without being in there penny shopping and all of that. So, I don't know. Are you a district manager? Because my DM told me to shut down the self-checkout so we don't lose sales with this glitch. Yep, that doesn't surprise me because these things do create shrink in your store. We pulled our Pepsi. You still get the sales dollars for the entire transaction regardless, so let them go. Based on some of the responses in here, I'll lock these comments. Some of you get so angry over dumb things. It also shows me the ones who probably should put their 2 weeks in if you're that unhappy with DG. I know that's right. This was meant for the stores that actually give a damn about their product. Go. Based on, I already read that. Give a damn about their product. Where did I leave off? And sales. My district manager is the one who told me to turn off the self-checkout because of the glitch. I was simply letting other stores know about this so they could do the same. As far as I was told, because this is a glitch, stores don't get reimbursed for these coupons. So essentially, the person doing it is stealing. What do y'all think? Y'all know y'all got a comment below. Let's talk about it. The next post says, okay, I have to say I am fed up with this survey crap. Exclamation, exclamation. Tired of getting phone calls and texts from my manager, in parentheses, not her fault, saying please do 1 or 2 surveys because we got a bad one. How is this helping anything? Question mark, question mark. If the surveys are filled out by employees to raise the score, how is this helping? Question mark, question mark. That means the information is false. Exclamation. Who is this helping? Question mark, question mark. If we all took a stand and said no, in all caps, I am not doing another survey to bring up the score, then what are they going to do? Fire all of us? Question mark, question mark. This is crap. Exclamation, exclamation. And the comments are as follows. Good question. Exclamation, exclamation. The only time a customer wants to do a survey is when you make them mad. Incorrect. I always do surveys, and you guys know I always encourage you guys to do surveys, whether they're good or bad. And let me just briefly tell you why. Bad ones, yes. Please do the surveys at the bottom of your receipts, and make sure you put all highly dissatisfied. Okay? So something can be done. A change can happen. If you do that survey, and if it's bad enough, call corporate. You should see a different attitude in that employee if you did not suggest for them to get fired and you only suggested for them to have some more training, if it wasn't that bad. For the good employees, please also do the surveys and make sure you put all highly satisfied. It does not count if you just put satisfied. I know it sounds crazy. I don't know why they even have the option for satisfied if it counts as dissatisfied. But please put all highly satisfied, even if you were not doing cartwheels over your trip at Dollar General that day. So that employee can get some recognition and get a high score. They need to be above a 70%. Anything below a 70%, they get called into meetings. Some have been threatened to get written up, fired for bad surveys. And I believe only 1 or 2 bad surveys will drop their score below 70%, if I'm not mistaken. So please, this comment here is not all true, because I do good surveys all the time, and sometimes, a lot of the times, I do it right there at the register, or I'll step out of line and then show them the end of the survey where I completed it, because they hear customers all day, every day saying, okay, I'll do it, get in their car, forget all about it. They got what they wanted, they got their merchandise, they got home, so they don't care nothing about no survey. Don't do that. Do good surveys. If customers are nice to you, be nice to them, vice versa. If you're nice to them, they should be nice to you. Just professional, be cordial. Like I scratch your back, you scratch my back thing. Not for them to do anything illegal for you. Let me make that very clear. But yes, customers that are super nice, I always do surveys for them, and most of the time I show them. Sometimes I may not have time, but I make sure I do it when I get home. And I can't forget, because I'm doing a video, I'm showing the receipt, I'm scanning my receipt, so there's no excuse for me to forget to do the survey. I'm looking at my receipt many times before I decide to take a rest and lay down and go to bed, take a shower, whatever I'm doing. All right? Next comment says, and then 1 survey can make your score crap even if you got 100%, and 5 surveys will bring you down like 30%. Oh, okay. There's some stats right there. The pressure comes from the district managers and regional managers. In our district chat group, our DM messages constantly, starting at 6 a.m. until 10 p.m., all about surveys every day. I agree that it starts to really wear on you. I've been having people doing surveys like crazy, in all caps, and they aren't even showing up. They probably know y'all got them doing the surveys and they're not legit. I don't know. I'm just speculating. This comment says, only lets you do one survey every 2 weeks from the same device and same web browser. This must be per store, I'm guessing, because no, not no every 2 weeks. Do one survey every 2 weeks from the same device. No. Gotta be per store or something. But I don't even think that, because some stores I go to back to back and I always do the surveys. I know you can't do, like, I think more than 2 per day for the same store, something like that, because some people shop every day, so I don't think that's true. And maybe that it differs per area, per state, I don't know. I've had multiple different people doing them. Another person says, are they shutting their internet off? That might help. You can do 2 surveys from one device, one on Wi-Fi, one without. We are told that you have to enter the sweepstakes for them to show up. However, no matter how many we do, they still don't show up. Say what? Because I never enter that sweepstakes. But they've told me they've seen my surveys, because sometimes lately I haven't seen it where you can type, in a box, like extra comments. They've seen my messages, because I, will say a cashier or manager's name, in the box when they used to ask you, do you want to recognize any employee? But I don't enter the survey or the sweepstakes. Someone told me that that's the only way that they see the box. But when you enter the sweepstakes, that's when they ask all of your personal information. Not personal, it's just like your email address, your phone number, and things like that. That's, I guess, supposedly if you win the sweepstakes, so they can contact you. But someone did tell me now they have it set up that if you want to write or recognize a certain employee or put a name somewhere, or extra comments, you have to enter the sweepstakes, and then that box pops up. Not sure how true that is, because I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll do it next time. The next comment says, I'm so glad my store manager hardly ever mentioned surveys. I know a store manager that told them that she isn't about to take a survey and lie just to bring up the score, because she doesn't lie and they didn't do anything. Totally agree. 3 exclamations behind that. I think they should want customers' honest opinions so we can improve as a whole. I know that's right. I do understand some customers may be dramatic and exaggerate, but that's no reason to hound employees to do surveys. We can only do 1 survey every 14 days from our device for our store. Geesh. Maybe if they got all honest surveys, they would fix some of the run-down stores. Nope. They will only blame the store manager. It's always our fault. Yes. DM and RM get higher bonus depending on how many positive surveys are filled out. Hence why they push so hard on the store manager and in turn to the rest of us. Well, that would just be too bad, because it's an ethical issue. Can they really make us do it? DMs do not bonus off surveys. I guess they meant do not get bonus off surveys. They bonus off sales and shrink. Yeah, they do. It's already been confirmed from my DM. You were informed wrong. I am a DM. We do not bonus off surveys. LOL. Okay. I was told by my DM that they do bonus from surveys. Not true, someone else says. See, this may be like a district thing. Because remember, I told you guys about the little penny item situation. Like the store that don't sell as many penny items, they get bonuses. Remember, I was telling y'all about that. So it may be different areas. That's why a lot of people will prefer to throw the penny items in your bag for free. It's not that they get in trouble for these penny items. And a lot of district managers have lied to the store managers and employees, telling them, hey, you're going to get written up. You're going to get, I guarantee if they call corporate, that DM will probably be fired. Because they have a policy for a reason. They know they have penny items. and you're supposed to pull them, but they cannot get every single penny item off the sales floor. Therefore, you cannot fire or write them up for somebody purchasing the penny items when you have them doing 100 million jobs in 8 hours and sometimes doing a double. That's crazy. They getting them bonuses. That's why they're threatening you. Just think about it if it was you. Okay? Oh, you got to think like a criminal. Criminal Minds. Remember that show? I used to love it. So if you was a DM and you want this big fat money, you got employees, and you know your regional manager tell you, hey, if y'all don't sell that many penny items this month, you'll have a $3,000 bonus check or $3,500. I'm going to tell all my employees, hey, anybody selling any penny items this month will be fired. Or you will be written up. Second time, you will be terminated. I want my $3,500. So you better not sell not a one penny item. I bet they go to throwing them in the bag, saying, oh, I can't sell these. Or telling them that, I can't sell these. Okay. Moving on. The next one says, you don't have to do a survey. It just helps the store manager from getting hounded by the DM, who gets it from the RM, who gets it from the DVP. The only thing the survey does is make the shareholders happy when the total company score is high. More investors. Cha-ching. So it's either have employee and family members do as many as they can, or you have to ask every customer if they were highly satisfied. If so, could you please do a survey for me and rate me highly satisfied? Whichever method works best for your team score. Just keep in mind the pressure is coming from the very top, not the SMs, DMs, and RMs. They just have to pass it on. I understand that ish runs downhill. What I'm saying is, I don't want to do it anymore. I hate that my manager has to hear about it, but I don't want to do it, and I shouldn't be forced to. Then don't. It's not your job to do the surveys, but it is your job to ask every customer to take a survey. So we had a bad snowstorm a couple weeks ago, and somebody actually did a survey and were unsatisfied with everything, and their reasoning was the grass should be green outside. With the embarrassed face emoji, or like really covering their face emoji. If I wasn't already convinced this would have thrown me over the edge. My friend's another manager got a complaint because all the ice hadn't melted. What was she going to do about it? I had gotten a complaint in the summertime for dirt blowing into someone's car in the parking lot. Wow. These surveys are a darn joke. Us employees are forced to stress over them and try to do them to keep our score up, only for one person to do a bad one and drop it 20 points. And that's another thing. What's up with the grading score? We get one good one and get 1 point, but one bad one and it's minus 20 points, if not more. Question mark. It only works every 2 weeks. So if you did one yesterday, you can't for 2 more weeks. And it has to be over a $5 purchase. Wrong again, but okay. I did one today for $3 and it went through. Somebody else said, oh, okay, just right before I read that. That's why I'm like, I don't know. You're hearing a lot of back and forth, and a lot of these employees are in different states. So I don't know. That's not fair, LOL. Oh, bucks and it went through, and she said ours won't. That's not fair, LOL. And let me say something else while we are on it. Instead of sitting on their asses watching survey scores all day, they need to be figuring out what's going on at the distribution centers and why I'm getting all these mislabeled boxes. At our store, the only people that will do surveys are the ones that are doing bad ones, with the embarrassed face emoji. Good surveys help the stocks. They're worried about keeping the stockholders happy. I don't work there anymore, but I'd be tempted to start tearing off the survey portion of the receipt. and me, I will be asking for my portion of the survey. Also, you cannot do a survey on a receipt unless it's been 30 minutes since the purchase. And yes, one survey per device every 2 weeks, except now you can do another one if you open up your browser in private browsing because it doesn't keep IP address. I wonder why, if that's why my two been going through, because I normally do one on my phone and one on my laptop. Don't know why, I don't know. Amen. Driving us all crazy. I asked very loyal customers and she gave her honest opinion, which is what I would want a person to do. But because I forgot to tell her to lie, we got a 20, I think she said, yeah. And her responses were all to do with corporate, not the store. Pisses me off. They need a new way of getting the surveys. Why not just put a little kiosk in the store with faces on them and say pick one? And she got like all different type of emojis down here. Actually, that is how the Choctaw Nation here in Oklahoma does it at their travel plazas. You have a choice of 3 buttons to pick from as you walk out the door. If it works, let's use it. I don't know, I'm just the manager. I don't push my employees to do them or push them on customers. I only mention it to the people that I know really enjoyed their experience. This survey crap has gotten old. We start this first weekend off in the month with a competition and usually average about 20 or so. So when the bad ones hit, they don't necessarily affect so bad. We are currently sitting at 24 at 94%. We have definitely come so far as a team. We have conquered so much in a year, and as I've told my team, this is just a new obstacle. Uckin' same, somebody says. And most of the time, it's people who are pissed. They've been banned for theft or just itty customers in general. No one wants to do the survey without a perk. We get tons of compliments in our store and ask for them to do a survey and they never do. Irritating. And she tagged someone's name. This, someone else said, pointing up at her comment. Another comment says, we had a bad one because the customer didn't like where our registers were. Oh my gosh. This one says, I agree. I am going through a remodel now, and somehow I had 2 customers do 2 surveys at negative points. So now I am sitting at 3 surveys at minus 20%. So how is that when my store has been closed since Sunday? Maybe they were waiting those 2 weeks to do the survey because they couldn't do it. Maybe it was too soon to do another one. As y'all were saying in the comment section, not sure. Unfortunately, surveys on receipts are active for 2 weeks. They are probably mad because you're called. That's what you call an A-hat of a customer. Haha, ain't that the truth? And they're mad because we didn't open today. I sent a group message to our DM and said, I am over the customer first surveys. LOL, they are stupid. I so much agree. F surveys. I feel the same way about surveys. It's a big crock of ish and a waste of time. I'm over it. I quit trying. I don't ask my husband and friends for help anymore. Customers don't want to do surveys. They don't want to be bothered unless they're mad at you. In our district, our DM has threatened to write us up. What I said. I've done everything I can for people, even paid for their stuff at times when they couldn't cover the difference after EBT or whatever. Only thing I've ever asked in return, please do the survey. Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Not one time have they done it. I didn't help them to get the survey. That I knew would never happen. But I truly understand needing help. But when I give them the receipt and ask, I really don't think that's too much to ask for. And it's not. It's really not, guys. Keep a good relationship with your employees, especially if they're nice, professional, and good to you. Please do the surveys. And remember, all highly satisfied. No just satisfied, no dissatisfied. If you really like them and they've made your trip easy. Don't give them bad surveys because the line was long. Try to compromise. You know what I mean? Help people. When I see the line long or someone is doing digital coupons, I'll try to go up and offer my assistance. Since I quote unquote know a little bit about coupons, I'm gonna just say a little bit, okay? And they only have 2 people in the store at a time. It's not their fault. It's really not their fault. 2 people can't be up there at the same time, because I hear a lot of people online saying, can't you open another register? No, they can't. I know it's unfortunate and sad, but one person has to be at the register. Another one has to be on the floor doing U-boats, rolltainers, recoveries in the back room, taking stuff off the delivery truck that's pulled in the back. They can't have 2 cashiers up there at a time. So when the line is long, please bear with them and still give them a good survey, okay? That will put a smile on their face, I guarantee you. This one says, I'm definitely going to have to be on that conference call tomorrow because I'm below 80%, but guess who won't be on the call? Besides, these cashiers are the bosses anyway. You fear losing them, otherwise you'll be alone. In no time, they're handing you their schedule. Then your DM rides you because you're not working 7 days a week and you're not pulling doubles. Those 7 days to compensate. Then if you close early for dying, you'll just get a text threat. Rolling eyes emoji. I just can't. I refuse to work doubles, and I refuse to come back if someone calls off. My blood, sweat, and tears. I didn't get the rest of that. Hopefully I did. The next comment says, unless there's an emergency, I'm not working double either. I have one key holder who will work as many hours I need, but even she needs a break. I look at it like this. It's my job to schedule you to work. It's your job to do it. If you don't want to work, find something else. If it's not an emergency and I have to work it, you can either find someone else or not, but you won't be working with me. I've had too many cashiers to tell me it's my job to cover. Nope. Thankfully for now, we don't get many call outs except when COVID has hit. Our DM just told us it's our store and our responsibility to have shifts covered. People call off, we have to figure it out. I plan to make myself highly unreachable anymore. I love my team, I really do. They'll just have to make a choice. So many call offs and just too many circumstances lead me to constantly leave my family. My daughter cries and begs me to quit because she misses me so much. Oh no. Tears my heart out of my chest. No ma'am. I keep telling y'all, don't you kill yourself for no job. And Sade, shut up. That don't care about you. You could drop dead today. Somebody else will be in there tomorrow. They probably won't even send your family a flower. Not even one of those penny cheap behind flowers out of Dollar General. Keep on. The next comment says, my kids are grown. It still hurts them when they need me and I can't be there. It hurts me too. My grandbaby cries for me. I've been thinking about stepping down. My back kills me all the time and I'd like to have some time with my family. Never know how long you have when you get around my age. For a little kid, I will tell you, don't let it run your life. I know that's right. Those young child years fly by and you've missed it and you can't get that back. Preach. You've got her adult life to work long hours. She needs her mother in her childhood, but that's up to you. I know that's right. I know people got to do what they got to do, but baby, don't let a job kill you. Don't work in customer service if you're not customer service friendly. I don't care if they were the only ones that's hiring. Don't do it. I'm not going to do it. Because if anybody disrespects me, I'm putting my hand around their throat. You know, I'm exaggerating a little bit, right? Of course, I ain't going to touch somebody first and then go to jail. But I can't do it. So that's why I won't work in customer service. But you get a lot of people that's working in customer service and don't like people. They don't work well with others. Probably since preschool. Yet they still do it. For this little paycheck. Honey. This one says, my DM has actually fired people over the survey issue. If he gets on camera and what he sees backs up what the customer says about poor customer service. Let me read it again. Good job, DM. My DM has actually fired people over the survey issue if he gets on camera and what he sees backs up what the customer says about poor service. You see, when you do that little survey at the bottom of the receipt, they ask you for a time. They ask you for that time for a reason. So when you do surveys, if you sitting there lying, baby, that's making you look stupid. And if they still treating you bad in that store, that's because they already know you've been doing bad surveys on them and you've been lying. Okay? They go back to that time on that receipt to see if that's actually happened. They're looking at the camera, see you at the register, see what you've purchased. When they ask you on the survey, what area did you shop in? They see it on the register if you shopped in personal care. They see some Dove up there. They see you shopped in the food, frozen department. They see food up there. They see you shop wherever, toys. They see a toy up there. They're going to match that survey on that receipt up with that time. Now, some people don't put the exact time. They'll put a couple minutes after, which that makes a difference because somebody else could have been there a couple minutes before, you know. But some people do that for a reason because in a lot of these stores, they let the cashiers and store managers look at the surveys, which that's not fair. Personally, me, I don't care because whatever I got to say, I'll say it to your face. But others may care. Others may care. And some of these stores, they do that. So if you put that exact time, the next time you go in the store, they're going to know you did that survey on them. Oh, you better believe it. The next one says, they really are just a pain. Hence the surveys. Used to, they would get their $3 coupon for doing it. Now there's really no incentive. So what's the point in their mind unless they are pissed? Another says, I heard they have to do with the people having stock. Question mark. Honestly, I understand wanting customers' opinions to do better, but I have rarely 100% please any customer. I guess she meant please any customer 100%. I've shopped for them, carried their stuff to their car, spent forever searching for a specific product, even paid for their purchase if they don't have enough money. The list goes on and on and on. And still, I either get told through their surveys it's not good enough or get no survey at all, so I've given up on customer opinions. Especially seeing as I'm in constant conference calls, group chats about it, etc. Having employees do them is really a lot of our only options. I don't haggle anyone though. Honestly, all this energy on surveys from corporate should be refocused on many other things. My only guess is and I didn't get the rest of that comment. I think this one had a lot of comments, so I didn't get the rest where it said see more like I normally do because it was a lot and they were long. The next one says, you have to let them know that if they were happy with you, they can do a survey and answer highly satisfied on all the questions. Say highly satisfied 5 to 6 times when you're explaining the survey to them. Tell them it really helps you or your score. I get 50 to 90 surveys at above 90%, 95% every period. Another employee said. Do that every time. I ask for highly satisfied and even mention the $100 gift card every time. Let them know, I guess she meant, how much it'll help us out. The whole shebang, and I get no surveys at all. Following, someone else said. I do agree on perks. They need to bring the $3 off 15 coupon back, not a random drawing. And for people that put following on posts, I don't know if anybody knows exactly what that means. Well, I don't think everybody knows what it means. That just, when somebody put following on a post in a group, that just keeps that post in the top of the group. So since this post right here already has so many comments, you don't have to put following. I mean, unless you just want to get a notification back, but you're going to keep getting notifications every time somebody comments on it. So if 500 people comment on it, you're going to keep getting notifications. This person commented on this. This person said this. This person replied to this person. So that's all that's for. When people say, hey, if anybody wants to know a deal for tomorrow, say yes. And everybody put yes. Like, it's just to keep that post at the top. I don't do it in my group per se, But I know a lot of people that do, and some people don't know what following mean because they've asked. I've seen many people say, what does following mean? Or I want to know as well. It's just when more people comment on a post, it'll keep that post in the top. Even if that post was posted a month ago, so many people are commenting on it, it's going to keep it at the top as if it was just posted today. Okay, this one says, I do agree on perks. They need to bring the $3 off back, not a random drawing. I read that one. The next one says, you can all complain about them all day, but they're not going away. You just have to ask your customers for the highly satisfied the right way. They will gladly do it to help you in your store. You have to tell them they have to answer highly satisfied on all the questions, and doing that keeps the doors open. That putting all the other crap on there isn't going to get it fixed. That telling you about problems in the store is how they get fixed, not putting them on the survey. The survey has to be answered highly satisfied, period. And yes, that's what I wanted to add as well. If the store has maintenance issues or this and that, don't put dissatisfied, just because of that, if your cashier did satisfy you. You know what I mean? Because it's going to look bad on her, and a pothole in the parking lot is not the cashier's fault. Okay? Y'all get where I'm coming from? Because a lot of people may not even realize that. She's going to get in trouble for that because you put dissatisfied on everything, even though you explained why you were dissatisfied and picked in the multiple choice answers, that it was the parking lot or trash here or the bathroom was dirty or whatever the case may be. She's going to get in trouble, or he's going to get in trouble. Yes, it's unfair that she or he is going to get in trouble for something that's out of their control. But this is why I say, if your cashier was nice to you and very professional, please do the surveys for them and put all highly satisfied, nothing less. I think, did I read this one? Doors fixed, telling you the problems, and she said the survey has to be answered highly satisfied, period. Okay. And yep, that was the last one. So I'm not going to ramble too much since I talked all the way through this. My apologies for anyone that I annoyed. So I'm going to go ahead and say, please hit that red subscribe button. It is free. If you have not already, please give the video a thumbs up, meaning like it if you like it. If you dislike it, hell, give it a thumbs down. You ain't hurt my feelings. I'm just playing. Just give me some type of feedback to let me know how I'm doing. I really wasn't just playing, though. I was kind of serious. Please comment below and engage with me and engage with others. And also comment below if you have any questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about Sade with the receipts. And also, please share if you dare, honey. And I will see you guys on the next juicy What DG Employees Really Say About Us. I cannot wait. I really had to get through this one. Oh, my God, I cannot wait. All right. Welcome, y'all, to this season. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for the support. It's really appreciated. I really, really love y'all. All right. Toodles.